the 2.6 million unresolved inconsistencies exist before the CMS's eligibility system was not fully operational. This means that people may have received a subsidy they're not legally entitled to, or people could be receiving too much. When they file their taxes next year, people could receive a shock when they have to repay parts of their subsidy to the government. I knew that the system was not going to work. I knew that it was broken. Last year, I introduced the No Taxation Without Verification Act. My bill would have prevented any tax provisions from being implemented until there was a working verification system in place. It wasn't enough that the administration had it processed. They should have to meet certain metrics, in my opinion. Unfortunately and predictably, the administration made a mess of verification, in my opinion, and the entire back end of the website, just like they made a mess, in my opinion, of the HealthCare.gov. Ultimately, this hurts the American taxpayer. That's the bottom line. And I do have a couple questions. In the OIG report, you recommend that CMS develop a public plan and set a deadline to clear the current backlog of inconsistencies and resolve the problems. When does CMS, this is the question, when does CMS need to have the plan and deadline released to address these pressing problems? And do you think it is necessary to provide time to test the verification changes in the system before the next open enrollment period begins?
We will be tracking, we have a formal tracking system for monitoring CMS's response to our recommendations. So that just over the next couple of months, I believe within 6 months, they have to have a formal plan back to us, though it could well be sooner.
Are you going to press them?
Yeah, we'll be following up both formally and informally. The Office of Inspector General leadership meets regularly with the CMS leadership, and this is a high priority recommendation. The bottom line is inconsistencies need to be resolved so we can have confidence that the determinations about eligibility are accurate.
Thank you. All right, next question. The OIG reports that applicants are given a 90-day period to resolve inconsistencies after a notice is sent to a consumer. This 90-day period can be extended generally by the Secretary, but cannot be extended in instances involving citizenship and immigration status. Do you know if HHS is holding applicants to this standard? Can you answer that question first?
That was a little bit outside the scope of our review, and you're correct, there is the 90-day inconsistency period during which an applicant can lawfully enroll, and the inconsistency is supposed to be resolved during that time. But we did not collect information on how often it's being extended or whether, how that's being managed at the marketplaces.
Do you have, Ms. Daly, can you respond to that?
No, sir, I'm sorry. I can't add anything to that either.
Well, I have another question, and I'd like to get this information from you immediately, if you, within the next couple of days, please. Is HHS actually terminating coverage? You can't answer that. Or withdrawing subsidies if an applicant has failed to provide documentation to address an inconsistency regarding citizenship or legal status within the 90-day period? Can you try to respond to that, please?
I think we'll have to get back to you on that, try and answer that. I don't have that information. Sure. That's correct.
Is that correct, Ms. Daly? You're not sure? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Please
we're
get
not
back
certain
to
at
us
this
as soon
time.
as possible. This is vital.
Yeah.
All right. I really would appreciate it. Thank you very much. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.